All right, let's talk about the Agent Development Kit, or ADK, as you'll hear me call it. We're going to treat this as a complete developer's journey. I mean, we're starting with just a spark of an idea and taking it all the way to a fully deployed AI application. It's going to be a fun ride, so let's get into it. So, this right here, this is our map. This is the exact path we're going to walk through together. We're going to see how you go from that initial concept to building out your agents, all the way through debugging, and finally, shipping the whole thing. And the best part is, the ADK is designed to hold your hand every single step of the way. Okay, first things first. Before we can start building anything, we need to get familiar with our new workspace. So welcome to the ADK. Think of it as your very own digital workshop. So what exactly is the ADK? Well, at its core, it's a client-side SDK. That means it runs right on your machine, giving you all the power you need. And we're not talking about building simple little chatbots. No, this is for the big stuff. Complex, multi-agent AI applications designed for the real world. It's like having the blueprints and the entire factory to build. Not just one AI worker, but a whole team of them that can work together. I love this visual because it's kind of like a table of contents for everything inside our digital workshop. You can see the core components, the real building blocks like agents and tools, but you also see the more advanced stuff like orchestration for managing the team and even tools for deployment and debugging. It's the whole shebang from start to finish. All right, at the heart of any project, you have your workers, right? Well, in the ADK, those workers are our agents. So let's meet the team. I think this is brilliant. See, everything starts from this one common blueprint, the base agent. But from there, it's like hiring for different roles in a company. You can specialize them into different types of workers for different jobs. You need a creative problem solver? You got it. Need someone to just follow a strict process? No problem. It's super flexible. So here's the breakdown. The most important thing is picking the right worker for the right job. If you need creative thinking or problem solving, you grab an LLM agent. If you have a process that has to be the same every single time, that's a job for a workflow agent. And if you need something totally unique, well, you can build your own custom agent from scratch. And see that determinism row? It's just a fancy word for predictable. An LLM agent is flexible and might surprise you, while a workflow agent is going to follow the rules, period. Okay, so a worker is only as good as their tools, right? An agent that can think but can't do anything isn't very helpful. So let's look at how we actually equip our agents with skills. This is where things get really cool. A tool is what gives an agent hands. It's what lets them reach outside of just conversation and actually interact with the world, calling APIs, searching for information, running code, you name it. This is the magic that turns a generalist agent into a specialist that can perform real, concrete actions. And here's a fantastic example of a powerful tool, built-in code execution. This is basically like handing your agent a super-powered calculator and a Python terminal. If it runs into a complex problem that's more about numbers than words, it can literally just write and run its own code to figure it out. How cool is that? This just blows the lid off what these agents can accomplish. Okay, so we have our individual workers, and they've all got their tool belts on, but how do we get them to stop being a collection of individuals and start acting like a coordinated team? That, my friends, is where orchestration comes in. So let me introduce you to the app class. This is the workshop manager. It's the top-level container that holds everything. Think of it as the main office for your entire project, where you can manage the resources, oversee the whole operation, and make sure everything runs smoothly from one central command post. And using the app class isn't just about being neat and tidy. It brings your whole project under one roof and makes it so much more manageable. You get one spot for all your shared stuff, like API keys. It handles all the startup and shutdown procedures for you. And maybe most importantly, it packages everything up into a clean, formal unit that's actually ready for deployment. So this is a question that comes up all the time, right? I built this awesome agent. Now how do I get my other agents to talk to it? This is the key to building a real team, and the answer is something called the Agent-to-Agent Protocol, or A2A. And you're not going to believe how easy this is. It is literally one function call. That's it. You run this one line of code, and you've basically just given your agent a direct phone line, so other agents can call it up and collaborate. This is the communication system for your entire digital workshop. Simple, but so powerful. So why is this such a big deal? Because A2A is the difference between having one lonely worker trying to do everything and having a true collaborative team that can delegate tasks. This is what lets you build a whole ecosystem where agents can work together to solve problems that would be way too complex for any single agent to handle alone. Look, even the best laid plans and the most talented teams run into issues. It's just a fact of life. So let's talk about how the ADK helps you manage the workflow, hunt down bugs, and build systems that don't fall over at the first sign of trouble. One of the best tools for this is the ADK's built-in logging. This gives you really fine-grained control, kind of like the focus knob on a microscope. You can zoom way out to just see the major stuff, like errors, or you can crank it all the way in to the debug level and see literally everything that's going on inside your agent's head. And when you do crank it up to debug, you get gold like this. You can see the exact prompt that was sent to the language model. I mean, word for word. This is absolutely essential for troubleshooting. If your agent is doing something weird, seeing the raw prompt is almost always the key to figuring out why. Now, let's talk about resumability. This is basically your project's safety net. Imagine your agent is halfway through a really long, complicated task and the connection drops. Without resumability, you'd have to start all over again from scratch. But with it, the workflow can just pick up right where it left off. It's a total game changer. And this matters a lot. This is what makes your applications robust enough for the real world. Things go wrong, networks fail, servers hiccup. Resumability means your agent workflows can handle that gracefully instead of just crashing and burning. It makes your whole system so much more reliable. All right, team, we've built our workshop, assembled our crew of agents, given them tools, taught them to talk to each other, and even put in safety nets. Our project is built. Now for the final, most exciting part, shipping it to the world. And the ADK doesn't just leave you hanging when it's time to deploy. It gives you a clear, step-by-step path. You get your cloud project ready, you log in, you make sure your files are in the right place, and then you just run one single command in the terminal. That's it. The ADK handles the heavy lifting of getting your agent out there. And this right here is one of the key pieces of the puzzle, your project ID. You just need to grab this from your Google Cloud Console. It's basically the address you give the ADK so it knows exactly where to ship your agent. Super straightforward. And there you have it. That's the entire journey, from a single worker to a fully deployed AI team, all powered by the ADK. We've literally covered the whole life cycle, giving you the blueprint to start building your own complex, collaborative AI systems. The workshop is officially open. The tools are on the bench. The only question left is, what are you going to build?